episode of My Speaking Podcast. This your boy Mike, aka Booba, aka Choke Show.
Hey, this your boy Black on Black Crime Gang, ESGN Gang, you know what I'm saying? Gangsta Gibbs Gang, you know what I'm saying? Saint South Carolina Finds, all that other good stuff, man. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs, man. Nice album that just dropped, man. Y'all need to go cop and check that out, man. What else we got going on, bro?
We might not always be right. We might not always be wrong.
But y'all gonna get our modest opinion what we speaking on, man.
I guess Freddie Gibbs over here. We're gonna talk about week 12 of NFL football, man. Hey, you gotta excuse my partner, man. I don't think he had his medicine today or something like that, but anything.
I don't take no medicine, man. All natural, man.
But anyway, man,
get you some, man.
We're gonna get into the week 12 NFL. A lot of games. Didn't go quite the way a lot of people expected. So we can start out with the Cowboys and the Redskins, Commanders. They played in
division rivals. Yep.
Everybody and their mama would have bet that Washington was gonna beat Dallas, but it didn't turn out that way. Dallas pulled it out. If you watch the game, it was kind of crazy, chaotic. I think it was 40. I want to say it was 40-something points scored in the fourth quarter alone. It was a record, I think, if I'm not mistaken now. But like I say, that game was back and forth. That was Washington's third straight loss. So they have hit a little bit of a wall.
A little scared, yeah.
It's gonna be for me. I want to see how Jaden Daniels can come back from this. And
he didn't have a bad game or anything.
He didn't have a sensational game either. So it's like a mediocre game.
Mediocre, yeah.
So I want to see how they respond back to this. Minnesota went to Chicago, and that was a nip and tuck game. Chicago scored 10 points in the last 35, 40 seconds to tie the game, and Minnesota ended up winning in overtime with a field goal. Chicago did show some fight that game. They showed some spunk, so hopefully that'll spark something. San Fran went to Green Bay, and let's just say they should have just not went to Green Bay because,
why you say that, man?
They just
ain't got it this year.
Nah, just too many injuries. Trent Williams didn't play. Purdy didn't play. They already without Ayuk, and so it's a lot of people, a lot of pieces missing. The guy, his daughter had passed. He's still out on number 2 or number 6. I can't remember his name. He's still out on bereavement leave. So I mean, just
they got a lot going on.
Yeah, it's just a lot, man.
It's a lot to overcome.
It really is, like I say. So that game was really wasn't in doubt from the get go.
Yeah, because Jordan Love still he got to throw an interception every game, man. I don't know what's going on with that cat.
And then you go back to Thursday night game, Pittsburgh went to Cleveland. A blizzard came out of nowhere.
Division.
Another division game.
No matter what Cleveland record is.
And Cleveland was 2-8, I think, or 2-7, something like 2-8.
No matter what their record is, man.
Cleveland ended up beating them, man.
They seem to always have Pittsburgh number, man. No matter how bad Cleveland record is, for some reason, it seems like they have that number. I don't know why. So Myles Garrett had about 3 sacks in the first
3.5 sacks, if I'm not mistaken. 3.5 sacks. So he really was getting after the quarterback and stuff and doing what he's supposed to do. But another game, Tampa Bay went to the Giants, and that Daniel Jones, after getting put the third string, he asked to be released, and they released him the next day. So now they're down to their third quarterback is now the first string. But then I just read today his shoulder hurt from throwing the ball because he ain't played. So I guess
he was throwing too hard.
Not Bo. The backup.
I don't even know what the backup.
He'll be playing. I'm assuming this Sunday because the
Drew Lock.
I don't want to say Luck, but Lock. He will be playing Detroit Lions.
Doing what Detroit do, man. They out there, monkey stomping mugs in the ground.
They taking no name, no prisoners.
None.
They just dragging people. Went to Indianapolis. Went there with a grown man business decision, and they went there and handled their business 24/6.
As they should.
A team I want to talk about.
Who?
We had this conversation at work. Houston, Texas. For all the hype, for all this hype, all this hype about CJ Stroud.
Please comment in the section, man.
This, that, and the other.
What wrong with CJ, man?
They got beat by Tennessee Titans. It was another division game, but they got beat at home 32-27.
Okay.
But you know, I was last year. He was the best thing to slice bread.
Yeah.
Now this shit, he done came back to earth. And now I don't hear much people talking about him. That's just how the NFL. That's how it is.
That's how media is, man.
Yeah. Well, we part of the media now, so I'm gonna talk about it. When you was hyping him up, you know, I'm
yeah,
like, okay.
talk about it. And you got like he was playing like Bryce Young was playing.
We gonna get to him. We are going to get to him. I'm saving him for last. I'm saving that for last. Okay. I'm not gonna let you do that.
No, that's what you about to do with
Miami Dolphins beat New England Patriots 34-15. Really wasn't a contest.
Man, I can't wait to give no Panther, man.
Seattle Seahawks beat Arizona 16-6 at home. Mm-hmm. Another division game. Yep. So that whole division is up for grab. Everybody is right with each other. Mm-hmm. And then the Rams on Sunday Night Football, they got beat 37-20 with Saquon Barkley had 55-yard rushing. Hey, man. The Giants let this kid pretty much just walk out their life. He pretty much did like Monica. He walked out their life.
The church shoes on? The white Monica church shoes on?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. And the other game was Denver Broncos beat the Raiders 29-19.
We gonna glaze on that, man. You used to be telling me Saquon about having the I never meant to call you no pain.
Yeah, never meant to call you there. He walked out their life like Monica. They let him walk out their life. So Monica is how I look at Saquon. They walk out.
I can see Saquon.
And make it so bad. What make it so bad is they showed that clip today on social media. The president and the CEO came down and talked to the general manager. He said, "Well, we might well go ahead and let him walk because we need to make sure we have people for Daniel Jones to block for him. We can get a running back." He said, "If we trade him, we can't offer him $7 million. If we trade him, we're not gonna get fair value back, bruh." This is how messed up this is. You let Saquon Barkley walk out the house, walk out your life for nothing. And you told him to go out there and find a deal. And he found somebody in the division and he's balling. And now the quarterback that you was trying to protect and save the money, you released him. People laughed at the Panthers beginning of the season. Oh, they're the worst organization, blah, blah, blah. You got to go right back and look at some of this stuff. The Jets and the Giants and some of these teams.
Right there, man.
Y'all are right there.
Right there.
In the last game before we get to...
Just like how we were talking about in the previous thing. It's these owners that got all this money that don't know a jack thing about football. For anybody to let Saquon... If you telling me Saquon was more important than... Daniel Jones was more important than Saquon Barkley... Somebody in there sniffing something wrong. I don't know what they doing. Man, they're doing that Tootsie, man. They're doing that pink cocaine up there, man. Well, I don't know about that neither. I'm going to let that slide. I don't know what Tootsie is. They're doing that cocaine. I don't know what that is. I'm going to let that go over my head. It's not that Tootsie. I don't know what that is. So, that new YouTube, man. Whatever my partner say it is, it is. That new party door that the owners on, man. They on something to let Saquon Barkley go? For who? Daniel Jones, who been mediocre ever since he's been in the league? Really? You gonna let a bona fide superstar go for somebody that y'all trying to build up? They didn't think he was a superstar. They let him go. Oh, okay. That's why they let him go. Okay. See, NFL think you can plug a running back in and do what somebody else do. No, it don't work like that. It's not that. You can't just plug. He's a bona fide superstar. It's like once in a lifetime type of running back. You know what I'm saying? But the Giants didn't see him like that. That time, you can get people, but you can't. Talent that's a true talent that you got. It's hard to find talent like that, man. You don't give up on no talent. And then the Broncos went and beat the Raiders. And on that note over there, Gardner Minshew broke his collarbone. He's out for the year. So he's out for the year. And but you know, with all said and done, let's get to this. It feels like we won, but we didn't. But let's get to this Kansas City Panther game. I watched every second of the game. I saw. And somebody said the same thing. I was thinking this, but I didn't say it out loud. Somebody said, "Do you think Bryce Young was sitting there before that game, looking over there on the other side, and know he saw Patrick Mahomes who won 3 Super Bowls?" And everybody would probably say the same thing. They asked Bryce Young behind closed doors, "It's just another game. It's just another game." No, it ain't. He going against the best quarterback in football since Tom Brady. Bryce Young went toe to toe with that guy. True. Bryce Young had a lot of naysayers out there. I'm one of the ones that kept saying this kid got done dirty. Give him time to get himself together because I know what I saw at Alabama. I know this kid is a winner. I know he's a leader. But everybody around here,
trade them, get rid of them. This, that. After 20, 21 games, they want to get rid of them. But guess what? He humble. He's a humble kid. He didn't pout. He didn't gripe. He didn't moan. He didn't do nothing. When they put him on the bench for Andy Dalton, he didn't say one word. He smiled over there. And I know he was hurting on the inside because he's a competitor.
Yeah.
But guess what? He done got back in that saddle. And I'm gonna just tell y'all, in the NFL world, be ready.
Why you sound like
be careful. Be careful.
Why you sound like Dusty Rhodes, man?
Be careful.
Why you sound like you Dusty
You
Rhodes?
don't woke. I think you done woke up in that.
Why you sound like you Dusty Rhodes over here, man?
Woo! Dusty Rhodes.
Let me tell you, this boy Rick Flair.
That's your boy. Yeah.
Hey, we the rest of the state.
He be spitting
we the rest of the state.
Yeah, listen. Dusty Rhodes is a. I'm just telling y'all for what I can see. They done woke up a little giant.
What was the commentator name with Dusty Rhodes talking?
You know one thing, the white dude with the bald head. I can see it, but I can't think of it, man. I'm trying to talk about the family. You talking about wrestling, man? But yeah, I feel like Bryce Young done took a lot of slack.
Yeah.
He got tired of hearing people talk about him. He went out there. He made throws.
Yeah.
That I was like, I'm not shocked. But he's done the game to me like it slowed down a little bit for him.
Okay.
He sat over there and watched Andy Dalton for 4 weeks. Came back, he said, guess what? I got my opportunity again. I'm going to show them why they drafted me number one. I'm going to show them I can be a franchise quarterback. I'm going to show them if they put belief in me, I know I can get this done. And I'm going to tell you another thing I like about this.
What?
After the game Sunday, I watched everything. I went on Bleacher Report. As soon as the game was over, I wanted to see what everybody talking about. They said they went in the locker room. The players, I love this about the players. They said Bryce Young held a private meeting with the whole players, the whole team. They said Adam Thielen came out, talked about it, and Chuba came out, talked about it, and Tavion Wallace, the linebacker, talked about it, and the offensive lineman they got from Miami, Big Ben Hunt. All four of them said the same thing. Man, listen, they done woke something up. They said what he had to say to us and them, we're not even gonna come in the media and talk about it. But guess what? He ready now. He licking his chops. Like I say, I'm not gonna say this man gonna have an MVP. I'm not saying he gonna come out the last 7 games and throw for 3. I'm not saying it. But you have woke him up to the point where I think he done figured it out. It took him a while to figure it out. But I think Dave Canales, he gets a lot of credit, him and Dan Morgan, for sitting him down and tell him, hey, you need to just take a minute, refresh yourself, get yourself back together, watch for 3, 4, 5 weeks, then we'll put you back in. And that's what they did. And I think they deserve a lot of credit because, let's just be honest, Frank Reich was here. Frank Reich, I don't really believe to this day still wanted Bryce Young to be his quarterback. He wanted Stroud. I think him and the owner was fighting. We done talked about this many times. Yeah. But I don't think he had Bryce Young's best interest at heart. I really don't believe that.
True that.
But now I think Dave Canales say, give me time to mold this kid, to figure out what's wrong with him. They pretty much took I put it like this. You take a 2-year-old kid, take them to a haunted house. They're going to be scared for life. They're going to go in there and they're going to be freaking out. As they get older, they'll understand and say, hey, it ain't that scary. This is not that real. So Bryce, they threw Bryce in the fire last year with a bad offensive line, a bad team, period.
True that.
They brought him back this year, better offensive line. Trying to get him weapon with Leggett and Adam Thielen. They tried to do what Deontay Johnson, but they traded him. I think he might have been a cancer in the locker room. You know, now you got younger, and then your receivers are young. So guess what? Can't no receiver run to him and say, hey, man, throw me the ball every time. Deontay Johnson might have been that one say, hey, every time you get thrown, no, you don't need that in your locker room. Get rid of it. Now you got Coker, you got Leggett, you got Sanders, you got Brooks came back Sunday, you got Thielen. You have look at it like this, Panther fan. The tight end is a rookie. Brooks is a rookie. Coker is a rookie. Leggett is a rookie. Chuba Hubbard's in his 4th year, 4th or 5th year. Thielen is molding. Like I said, they got a young core.
That can grow together.
All they got to do now is worry about their defense. We lost, and there's no more victory. We lost. I get it. We lost. We don't get no more victory. But for this week, for you to hang with the Super Bowl, back-to-back Super Bowl champs, everybody in the world, I watch all the pre-game shows. Oh, the Kansas City gonna blow the Panthers out. It ain't gonna be no game. And all I kept saying to myself before the game started, let it be competitive. And you cannot sit and say you were not excited after you watch that game. You can't wait till the next week. Now,
I knew that game was gonna be competitive because, like I said, after they beat, they had the bye week. So they had
They beat the
enough time to
Giants.
prepare
They
to
beat the Saints. They had a bye week.
And you could see, like, when it was on a 2-game win streak after they beat the Giants, you could see the team actually, their confidence level was stepping up on the field. They were making plays. And then I said, okay, they got this bye week. They're going to play Kansas City tough. It's going to be close. I don't know if they can beat them, but I know it's going to be a close game because they had the bye week. They just had much more time to prepare. Time enough for the players that got the little nagging injuries, got to get them better healed up and stuff like that. So they were ready to go. The battle was fully recharged. So even though they lost, Bryce Young looked real good. The defense looked real good. The offense looked real good. You know what I'm saying? Everything had looked real good, man. It seemed like everybody was on the same page. So shout out to the coach, Dave Canada. Shout out to everybody that's in the Panthers organization that, just let Kansas City come in and just walk all over them. You know what I'm saying? So
there's two things I got to say after you finish. There's two things I got to. Panther fans, we got to do better. We got to do better. That stadium, after winning 2 games in a row and coming and playing Kansas City, I knew Kansas City was going to have a lot of fans there.
Yeah.
But that stadium still was 70-30. Red uniforms all through there. And we have to support these guys. These guys, hopefully after this game and these last couple of games, the fan base be like, you know what, let's go support these cats. They are fighting. They're giving us opportunity. But the biggest thing I got to say for the Panthers, and for Bryce Young, I just hope and pray that you don't regress because you played Kansas City Sunday. Now you're playing Tampa Bay this week. You fall back down. My thing is, what I need to see from the Panthers, to see that I know they're doing this here. All I want to make sure you making progress every week.
Oh, talking like the mountain car?
Yeah, like the Price is Right. You hear me? That little dude, that little mountain dude. How you know the music to that, man? How you know the music to that, man? I can see him going over there climbing that little thing. Yeah.
Hey, man,
so
stop, man.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Don't go over the edge, okay?
That's exactly what I want the Panthers to do. I want them to, for the rest of the year, they can go 4-3. I just want them to go just make the progress. I'm telling y'all, I think this dude got a giggle box in him somewhere, man.
Hey, man.
This dude laughs like this from that.
Shout out to Price Right, man.
This dude laughs like this from the time he wake up to the time it's like somebody tickling him the whole time.
No game, man. Everybody know Price Right, man. Hey,
I didn't know you remember that. I didn't remember the dude's name. He was a Yola. Yeah,
little Swedish Yola, man. Yeah, man.
Man, for you to say it and know that, for you to know that something's wrong, I'm trying to talk about this Panther. This man said a Yoda, man. Listen, y'all see what I had to deal with this dude. I gotta bring him in sometime. But yeah, I just hope the Panthers Sunday don't regress. And my thing is, that game, even winning 2 games and you losing, you supposed to say, you know what, y'all, we were right there with the Super Bowl champ. So now I feel like they should be able to smack everybody in their face when they play the rest of the year.
Like you said, I guess you said they had that locker room talk. He had a little private locker room talk, and he said whatever he told them in there.
If you go, I'll tell you what. Go pull up the Panthers and go see what Chuba Hubbard did, what he said, what Thielen said, what Hunt said, and Tavion Wallace, the linebacker, said, you know what? The last thing I remember, I was watching it when I watched it at the Sunday. I watched like 7 o'clock, so I gave them a couple times. Take the shower for the reporters getting there. Tavion Wallace said, y'all, that's the Bryce Young I remember in Alabama. Y'all got to get ready. That's the Bryce Young I remember. So it's telling me that now Bryce Young done told himself, you know what? I done got to refresh. I done restart. Guess what? Now, if I can play like this against a top 5 defense in Kansas City, when they got Chris Jones over there, they only give up 60 yards. And Chuba didn't get 60 yards. But Dave Canales, I listened to the press conference. Dave Canales said, guess what? I knew we weren't going to be able to run that much against them, but our passing was on point. And a lot of Bryce Young's throw was on the money. The one that Leggett really hurt me when Leggett let the ball go right through. I was like, come on, Leggett. I know you dropped something. I know you're human, but come on, man. You can't let that boy threw that ball too pretty. But the best throw he had all day when they did an all-out blitz and he hit Moore in the corner, he let that ball go. And I said, man, I was saying to myself, how do you know you're going to be open? I'm like, prettiest throw I've seen all day. In the touchdown throw, he threw the Moore. He fake hand off RPO and threw. I said, man, Bryce he on one. And I seen him doing little stuff like this, smiling. I said, you know what? He having fun again.
Yeah, he having fun.
So to say all that, man, like I say, next week, week 13. Matter of fact, it's 3 games on Thanksgiving. This is Thanksgiving week. It's 3 games this week.
So you got
Detroit is playing Chicago, I think. The Giants are playing the Cowboys at 4, and I want to say the Sunday night game is Miami. I want to say the Monday night game is Miami against the Packers.
And Miami won this past week too. Right?
Yeah, they won. So yeah, like I say, but we all know, long as Miami, you got to look at Miami, two different teams. Yeah. When they ain't got Tua, they ain't got nobody get the ball. But when Tua, so really the most important player to any team out there would be Tua Tagovailoa to me, because look how bad Miami looks when he ain't in there, and look how good they look when he in there. So
night and day, it's night.
But that mean they need a reliable backup quarterback because he's prone to get concussions. So
they need somebody that can help chip block and stuff like that too.
They need to do something, man, because if you keep this kid upright, Miami's in every game.
They in every game.
They in every. And then I just saw a report. Barrett, he used to play for Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
He's considering unretiring. He wants to go to Tampa. The only team he want to play for is the Dolphins.
Okay.
So he said he want to come out of retirement just so defensive end. They gave the Panthers power move. He played with Tampa Bay. All that so. But like I say, man, again, it's 3 games on Sunday, and it's a game, if I'm not mistaken,
Thursday,
on Friday. No, 3 Thursday and 1 Friday, I think. It's 1 Friday.
Okay.
If I'm not, the first time I think they were doing that Black Friday game, Kansas City and the Raiders played 3 o'clock Friday. Okay. So that's the first time they ever doing that. So, this is...
get all that TV money, huh?
Yeah, so this is the season of giving, man. This is Thanksgiving week. So, give a shout out, help somebody out, man. Help someone. Be thankful for what you got. Be thankful for giving, and just help somebody out in need, man.
Yeah, as long as it's in your heart, man. I know it's a lot of little stuff that's going on in the world. A lot of little people that be, scamming and do all this different types of stuff.
Guess what? Somebody always got it worse than you.
Yeah,
Trust and believe it.
Worse than you, man. Make sure, like I say, whatever you feel that's in the kindness of your heart, that God put in your heart, to help somebody out, man. Make sure y'all do, as much as you can, be safe out there. Spend time with your families. I know, kids out from college and stuff.
Yeah, man. Enjoy each other. Enjoy each other company, man.
Exactly.
Holla at you next week, man. We'll get at you later. Peace out.
Man.